All right, folks, welcome back to Notre Dame Prep, where your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish take on the Knights of Walled Lake Northern. Irish, once again, another game coming out to a really hot start before stalling towards the end, as they currently trail by 7. So they're going to need to get a good run going to keep themselves in this game. I'm Augie Villawan here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting, where you get all your live NDP action. Ben Liparotto passes that one down, handled by Adrian Fernandez, working up top. Now near elbow, Stowe puts up a 3. Nothing but net for the senior, cutting into that lead. Now that's into the paint for Jones. Jones works his way in. Up top for Cooper. Not related to Sheldon Cooper from Young Sheldon, something that I unfortunately learned, as there's McHenry up top. Cooper works his way in, spinning, stops. Stopped there by Catula. Sedlock works his way around, has that one off to McHenry. McHenry on the far elbow, dribbling. Over to Jones, up top, Sedlock. Foul. Lucas Catula getting knocked down there. Eats that one. Doing a little bit of instigating on Cooper, as that's a timeout taken early. By Northern, great start here if you're the Irish. Already getting under the skin of some of the Northern players, so they are voicing some displeasures with the ref. Down to 4. The Irish have cut this lead.
Irish out 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go now, Irish. Let's go now.
So a little bit of back and forth between the Walled Lake Northern head coach complaining about some smack talking, but as always, it's high school sports. You're gonna have a little bit. That's Liparotto looking for Fernandez. That one turned over. Cooper now handles it. Student section on their feet as McHenry brings this one in. Handled by Sedlock. Now over to McHenry up top. Looking for a cutting Cooper. Foul. So it's a push on Catula. Free throw for Jack Cooper. And try to extend this lead. That one through. Cooper up to 18 points. So he's been carrying this Walled Lake Northern team on his back all game. He's got 1 foul. That second free throw also through. Gave a little push off to Catula there. Getting a little chippy. Liparotto looking for something, now passes that one up ahead. Catula stopping. Euros taken away by the Knights. Looking like he's trying to do just a little bit too much, down by 6. That's in the corner. There's a 3. That's for Cummings, no good. Rebound handled by the Irish. Catula sends that one up ahead. Roa into the paint. Knocked away. Foul on the Knights. That for a block. That foul on Cummings. That's his 3rd of the game. So now in some foul trouble is Reese Cummings. First free throw. Goes all the way around the rim and out. So Bridgman coming in for Cummings. Roa, second free throw. That one through. Roa up to 4, 5-point lead for the Knights as Cooper handles that one, guarded by Catula. They've had Catula face guarding him all game, trying to deny. He's been playing some sticky defense. That's up top, McHenry. Now on the near elbow. Cooper cutting. Puts on the brakes. Now into the corner. McHenry works in Euros. Looking for something. Nothing there. Taken by Stowe. The Red Rocket works in. Puts up a 3. That one off the rim. Rebound taken by Fernandez. But he travels. Cooper handles that. McHenry now brings it out across. Irish trailing by 5, been very aggressive but a little sloppy. That's passed over to Bridgman. Bridgman sweeps. Now on the near elbow, over to the far elbow. McHenry stops up top to Bridgman. Bridgman sends that one over. Jones on the near corner. Brings that one out to the near elbow, back into the corner for Sedlock. Double team coming on Cooper. Looking for something. Passes that one off to Jones, now in the far corner. McHenry handles it. McHenry. Over to Sedlock. Sedlock. Sends that near corner. 4-3 from McHenry as he drains that. Yes. So here, Irish beat this press into the corner. Catula puts up a 3 off the rim. Rebound taken by Sedlock. Now over to McHenry. Irish trailing by 8 now. McHenry passes that one off to Bridgman. Bridgman now handling it on the near elbow. Gives that to McHenry. Now back up to Bridgman. Up top for Cooper. Cooper sweeps. Loses his footing. That's a second time he's tripped up here today. That's back up top for Jones. Jones with it. Over to Sedlock. Looking in the paint. Nothing there. Up top, Cooper. Burning Catula, rejected by Fernandez. Over to Sedlock in the corner. McHenry works his way in. Cooper puts up a floater through. 21 points now for Cooper. Over to Catula. Catula. Batted away by McHenry. So Stowe going to throw in here for the Irish as they're trailing by 10. Going to need to get some offense going. After the initial three-pointer, they've been really quiet. Roa now on the far elbow. Over to Fernandez up top. Irish getting hounded here today. Liparotto trying to find his footing. Works his way around. Over to Stowe. Now into the paint. Catula with the layup. No good. Cooper. Over to McHenry, who now handles. McHenry. Back up to Cooper. Over to McHenry, who now handles it at the top. Over to Bridgman, guarded by Stowe on the far elbow up top. Now near elbow. Into the paint, Cooper. There's a double dribble called on Cooper there. Irish trailing by 10. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third. If they're going to get something going, they need it now. Bald Lake Northern scoring on average 39 points a game, allowing 40. As Liparotto handles it. The pick comes. That one knocked out of bounds. Good catch by the Irish coaching staff. Liparotto now handles it for the Irish. Over to Stowe. Stowe puts up a three. Off the rim, handled, knocked out of bounds. And a full timeout called by the Irish.
Yep, you're done.
So the Irish not doing fantastic right now. Jack Cooper has just been tearing them up. They haven't scored since the first shot that they've shot. So they're really going to need to get something going here, or this might be an ugly second half. So Coach Durkin drawing up some plays. They got a full timeout here, so 30 more seconds. I would look into our next streams, but again, computer dead, so next stream's going to be a surprise to you. There's I'd say 30% chance that tomorrow we go and broadcast another wrestling meet. I say 30% just because of weather, everything going on. It's up in Saginaw. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, for all announcements, make sure you go and follow the AS Villawan 14 Instagram page. That's my personal Instagram. That is where all the updates for our streams can be found. So make sure you guys go follow that one. Also, make sure, if you're not already, that you're subscribed to NDP Athletics Broadcasting, so you can stay in the loop with all of your Notre Dame prep sports. Stowe, Fernandez, Roa, Catula, and Liparoto in for the Irish. Cooper, McHenry, Bridgman, Jones, and Sedlock, as that's over to Jones on the near elbow. Cooper trying to find the matchup in the paint against Catula. Won't get that, but that's a pass over to Sedlock. Quickly recovering are the Irish. That's now up top for Bridgman. Bridgman over to McHenry. McHenry now brings it down. Sweeping underneath. Looking into the corner. Bridgman tripping up. Looking for the mid-range. Gives that to Jones. That one off. Handled by the Irish and Liparoto. Liparoto bringing it across. Stowe works in underneath. And a travel. So Corey coming on for Fernandez. Catula, just feels like him and Cooper been jawing back and forth at each other. Seems like Cooper's starting to get the better of him. Cooper on Catula. Bridgman now up top to McHenry. Now on the near elbow to Cooper. Up top, McHenry again. Guarded by Corey. Corey playing sticky defense. Over to Jones. Jones off to Cooper. Over the near elbow. Bridgman now. Bridgman sweeps across. Gives that up top to Jones. Pressed by Roa. And now over to Sedlock. Sedlock pops that one up top to McHenry, who now brings his way around with some speed. Puts the brakes on. Into the corner for Bridgman up top. And now over to Sedlock. Into the corner. That's McHenry. Stops. Spins. Loses control of it. And that is out. On the Irish, we're going to say that Cooper jumped up and threw it off of Ben Liparoto before his foot got down. So therefore, since Ben Liparoto was out of bounds, possession goes to the Knights, as though it didn't really matter. Taken away by Roa. Sent up ahead. Catula lays that one in. 10 points now for Lucas Catula as we reach this tail end of the third. Irish trailing by 8. Up ahead for Cooper. Cooper has that one pressed away. But a foul called on Catula. He's got 5 on the day. He's got to be careful now. He's getting in some dangerous waters. Cooper throws that one into McHenry. Jabs guarded. Sent over to Jones. Over to Sedlock on the near elbow. Cooper just begging for the 1v1 against Catula. That's sent over to McHenry. Knocked away by Lipperoto. What a foul. That foul called on McHenry. That's his first of the game. So Stowe going to throw it in here. 16.3 seconds. Kind of a smart foul there by McHenry, as Lipperoto probably would have gone and scored that, taking a lot of time off that clock. I'm just now noticing that the Waldeck Northern coach looks like the agent from Fresh Outta Compton. As Stowe battling in the corner, getting pushed around, into the feet of Corey. Corey handles that one. Jump ball, that's going to be Irish ball. So 3 seconds flat. Irish going to need to get pretty much just a pitch and pop here. I don't know if that's a real term, but I just made that one up. They're going to need to throw it in and immediately get a shot off, is what I'm trying to say. Corey going to throw it in for the Irish. Pops that one over. Stowe putting up a contested three, no good. So that'll take us to the end of the third. As the Irish trail by 8 here. Coach Durkin just encouraging the Irish, got to keep your composure when you're in a tight game like this. When you're in a game as tight as this one, the last thing you want to do is go and do something stupid and shoot yourself in the foot.
6, 2, 6, 0, 5. Again, the win number is 962605. If you have a ticket,
Oh,
Mr. Biasi, come to the scorer's table.
so we got So again, Irish trailing by 8 here. We saw it with the North Oakland Eagles when they got in tight games. The last thing you can do here is start playing a little selfish, start playing a little silly. Start playing a little selfish, start playing a little silly, and eventually just shoot yourself in the foot. Not sure how you're going to shut down Jack Cooper. He's got 21 points so far, just sort of been an everyman. He's been up top. He's been down low. He's been winning battles in the paint. He's been rebounding in the paint. Not sure how you stop that one. Luke Scatula trying hard, but McHenry traveled. So Stowe going to throw this one in. So Irish trailing by 8. Again, the last thing you can do here is shoot yourself in the foot. So Reese Cummings checking in for Bridgman. Lipperoto trying to find something. Sends that one over to Stowe. Stowe looking into the paint. No good. Sends that back out to Lipperoto. To Corey. Out to Lipperoto. Into the paint. Catula is dispossessed. Taken by Cooper. Who now handles it. In the near corner. Jones working in. Has that one off to Cummings. Up top to Cooper. Catula nearly overcommits. Did a good job saving there. As Cooper drops that one off. McHenry sends that one over to Sedlock, who almost drops it. Guarded by Corey. Getting around Corey into the paint. Puts the brakes on. Out to Cummings. Rejected by Stowe. Stowe works his way in with the layup foul. That foul going to go on Brandon Jones, I believe. We'll get a confirmation from our official here. And it will. So that foul on Brandon Jones. Free throws coming for Stowe as the Irish trail by 8. That first free throw banks in. 4 points on the day for Sam Stowe. Very even distribution, leading scorers, Catula with 10. Second free throw falls through as well. So the Irish taking advantage of these free throws, cutting the lead down. Trailing by 6. McHenry over to Jones now into the paint. That for Cooper. Cooper loses the handle, taken away by Catula. Catula down the edge. Has that one taken away, loose, and taken by Cummings. Catula playing a little too selfish there. Got to pass that one off when you get a stop on that caliber of players. That's back into the paint for Cooper. Working on Catula. Spins, mid-range, right through. 23 points now. That's over to Stowe. Over to Liparoto. Puts the brakes on, trying to find something as there's that pass. Looking across was Stowe. Picked off by Jones. McHenry guarded by Liparoto up top to Jones. Now passes that one off to Cummings. Cummings over to Sedlock, guarded by Corey into the near corner. Sedlock turning, looking for something, no options. Gets that one over. Cummings now to Cooper. Cooper underneath, rolls out. Cooper with the rebound, foul, and one. That makes 25 points now. There's no way that's right. Looking at the wrong number. So Catula subs out. Fernandez in. Catula not too happy. And you can't blame him. But again, he's got 5 assists on the year. I think he had a 6 today, but 6 assists on the year. Second lowest on among active starters. Fernandez the only lower with 4. So Cooper. That one out and handled by Stowe. Liparoto up to Roa. Roa getting pressed here by McHenry. Back over to Liparoto. So the Knights came out in this 2-3 zone that they're just barely pressing out, and as here comes Rowe working on Jones. Nothing there, pass that one out to Stowe. Up top, Liparoto into the paint, Fernandez. Fernandez looking to get away. 3 from Stowe. Nailed it. All right, so 29-36 on that Sam Stowe three-pointer. 5 minutes left.
I was going to say, the first freshman girls that I coached, yeah. How you doing,
All right, so we've got quite the game on our hands here. So again, Walled Lake Northern giving up on average 40 points a game, currently holding the Irish to 29. They've just come out in this 2-3 zone that they're barely pressuring out on, but when they pressure out hard. So making life very difficult here for the Irish. They've been trying to work their way around that, but their passes into the paint haven't really been going anywhere. So this is going to be a tough battle for the rest of the game for the Irish. So we'll take a look at the most recent competitions. On the 6th of January, they lost to Adams in a blowout, 28-70. 3 days later, they would bounce back versus Woodhaven, 51-20. Earlier this week, on the 13th, Walled Lake Western beating them by 6. And so now they currently trail Walled Lake Northern 29-36. It's been a really up and down and roller coaster season for the Irish. Sort of the win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, lose 2, win 1, back and forth type of season. As double team. So the double team came from the Irish. Walled Lake Northern not able to get that timeout off in time. Now under 5 minutes. Stowe for 3. Off the rim. Rebound taken by Roa. Roa fighting. Puts up the contested 2. 31-36 now the score. Irish looking really focused here. Down for Sedlock, over to Jones. Up top, Cooper on the far elbow. Cooper looking for something, sends it over to Jones. In the paint, Cummings puts up a floater. Off the rim, rebound taken. Off to Stowe. Now Liparoto with it. Liparoto off to Stowe. Back over to Liparoto. Roa puts up a three. Off. Rebound taken by Sedlock. Irish getting a little antsy here. They still got 4 minutes to work with. It's Cooper back over to McHenry. McHenry. Up to Cooper. In the corner for Cummings. Now on the paint. Cooper working his way in. Stops. Over to McHenry. Sedlock back out to McHenry. To Cummins. Into the paint. Jones puts that up. No good. Good defense from Fernandez. That one knocked out of bounds by Cummings. Really good defense from Adrian. 3:33 left. Irish trailing by 5. That's back out to Liparoto. To Stowe. Stowe. Liparoto now. Up top. Over to Stowe on the far elbow. Into the paint. Fernandez looking out to Corey. Corey puts up a three. Off. Rebound taken there by Cummins. McHenry now with it. Over to Cooper. Down to Jones. Back out to McHenry. Over to Cooper. Lots of quick passes here. Up top, Cooper. Near sideline. Irish double teaming here. Going to try to force a turnover. McHenry sends that one back up to Cooper. Into the paint, Jones. Out to the corner for Sedlock. Now getting pressured. Into the paint, Jones back out. Almost picked off by Stowe. Rejected by Fernandez. What a tech here on Fernandez. So foul on Liparoto and then a flagrant. So technical foul on Fernandez. That free throw falls through. So 31-37 is now the score. You couldn't see that because my phone moved. Another free throw falls through. So frustration boiling here. There's 4 free throws for Cooper. So all 4 free throws fall for Cooper. Cooper now up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 29 points. So I don't know if he's been gone this entire as there's another layup. Oh my goodness. Stowe. Irish trail by 11 here. Back over to Stowe. Over to Liparoto. Liparoto down for Roa. Up for Liparoto. Stowe puts up a three. Not close. Handled by Fernandez. That goes through. With the layup. Misses again. Knocked away by the Irish. However, Jones handles it, and timeout called by Walled Lake Northern. All right, so again, it's just sort of it's eerily similar how close together all of the winner teams I cover are. You look at girls basketball, they're a very good team. They had a win against Avondale earlier this week. I think they have a game again tonight, so we'll check. But very good team, very good player in Kaylin Sowers. Play a lot of close games. Then you go to boys basketball. Very talented team. You look at boys basketball, very talented team, very skilled in what they do. However, sometimes they let their temper get the best of them. Sometimes they let they lose their discipline, and then that puts them into situations like this where you're trailing in really somewhat of a must-win game. So full timeout, since that was the only timeout they had left. So that's a full timeout because that was the only one they had without risking a turnover. So, I mean, it's just been like a very good game in terms of scoring for the Irish. They got scores from all over. Wisniewski has 4, Fernandez has 3, Stowe has 8, Roa has 6, Catula has 10. So a good game compared to last game in terms of a lot of people scoring, a lot of people sharing the wealth. However, then you look at the other side and you've got Jack Cooper with 31 points. Their second highest scorer, Nolan McKenna. So, unless there's another timeout, I don't think I'm going to be able to calculate the percentage of points. However, it's pretty high. 31 out of 40 is, that's around 70? What? 3/4 of 40 is 30. So he's got just above 75% of the points for the Knights today. It's thrown into McHenry. McHenry taken by Roa. Roa, foul. I don't know. It's just sort of like there's a certain attitude that I'm seeing from Northern that is definitely getting under the Irish's skin. You know, sort of that free throw from Roa falls through. It's just sort of the complaining, it's sort of the like, sort of between the lines stuff that's completely legal, but very, very easy to get on a high schooler's nerves. I'd know, as I've played multiple high school sports. They love getting under your skin. So there comes Cooper bringing that all the way around. Now handling that up top. Into the corner for Sedlock. Back up top to Cooper. Cooper cutting. Into the corner. Cummings underneath. Pass that over to Sedlock. Looking like the Knights are just going to try to bleed clock here, although almost taken away. Back up to Cooper. And a foul taken by Roa. So free throws coming. That foul was on Roa. That's his second of the day. Free throws coming for Cooper again. And, you know, I was talking at halftime about this stuff, but it's kind of like that free throw falls. I was talking at halftime about this stuff with a couple of my friends who are here, but it's just like so much of today's game has started to become filled with just like foul baiting, jumping into people, bumping off of them, trying to get a call from the referee. And like, I mean, listen, I'm a Pistons fan, so obviously it's biased, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander makes me hate the game of basketball. So that's 33 points. That's 33 points now for Cooper, which is, don't even know how you put that into words. So he's just been dominating today's game. So Irish trailing by 11, minute and 23 left. It's over to Lipperoto. Lipperoto back to Stowe. Stowe in the corner for three. Off the rim, off the back. And out of bounds. I thought top of the backboard was inbounds. To be fair, the only way I know that rule exists is because of Sports Illustrated, as Corey really stepping up here on Sedlock, playing some good defense, trying to keep him back. However, he will get that across over to Cooper. He's now fouled once again. So minute 6, that's Roa's third foul. And you guessed it, back at the free throw line is Cooper. So another free throw falls. That's 34 points. But again, it's just, I mean, I believe this is the 15th free throw he's shot all game. It's a very high number. That one rolls out. So it's over to Lipperoto. Back up to Stowe. Stowe took his eye off it. McHenry working with the layup. 7 points of someone other than Cooper scoring now. As Lipperoto has that one knocked away, but a foul. That foul on Sedlock, that's his first foul of the game.
Hey, scissors.
So, Irish trailing by 14.
Watch for something like our next. Watch for our next. Watch for our next.
Out to Stowe. Stowe has that one knocked away by McHenry. In the corner, Lipperoto in the paint. Corey spinning, looking for some room. Nice move there from Sammy Corey. Getting points on the board. There is a foul called on Corey. So just a lot of visible frustration. So just visible frustration from the Irish. So that free throw from Cummings rolls out. But it's just you can tell in the body language from the Irish, lots of frustration. Again, this is a winnable game here. Just sort of let it get out of hand. So that second free throw from Cummings is now up and in. I don't think Cooper has left the floor. There's a long three off the rim from Lipperoto, sent back. And Cooper looking like he's just gonna be able to hold this one with 20 seconds left. So with all that being said, I'm Augie Villowan here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Thank you. It just went really quiet. I'm trying to do an outro here, guys. Can we make a little bit of noise? This is really awkward. Well, I'm Augie Villowan here with NDP Athletics Broadcasting. Thank you so much for tuning into tonight's game between Walled Lake Northern and your Notre Dame Prep Fighting Irish. Make sure you guys go and follow AS Villowan 14 on Instagram. We'll give you any updates about upcoming streams. So stay posted there. If you're not already, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications. And we will be back with some more content later this week.